How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I want to take a look at Facebook stock and the dirty secret that they have here that just came out recently, what they're trying to do. I am really excited about Facebook, and I actually bought some more shares today. I'm lowering the boat a little bit with Facebook. It's one of my top holdings now, and I am very excited about it. So I want to walk through it. I want to have a walkthrough of some of the fundamentals too. Now, if you guys like this kind of stuff, please hit the like button. I appreciate that. Also, please hit subscribe. You can get more videos like this, more content on crypto too, stocks and crypto. There's also a link beneath the video to get a bonus on Webull. So I know a lot of people hear about this all the time, but they allow you to trade before the market opens and after it closes. And it's good to have multiple platform set up just in case your platform goes down. That's something that's come up a lot in the past, so you can definitely check that out down below. While you're doing that, there is a link down there in case you want a new crypto broker that pays you an interest rate and a bonus. There is a link down there to BlockFi. You can definitely check that out down there. Now, Instagram is hosting a professional development panel for NFT artists. So this is going to be part of their Creator Week. The virtual program features a series of innovation-only events to solicit feedback from creators on how Instagram and Facebook platforms can better support their content. It's slated to run 3 days. This is going to be for professional development, and we'll have 5,000 Instagram creators. Now, this is going to be very interesting. If you know anything about NFTs, they have been blowing up this year. Now, they have declined, or they said that it had no updates to share on whether it's looking to build out an NFT platform. Now, at this point, we still don't know whether Instagram is going to have an NFT platform. I am guessing they're already very much looking into it. I'm sure that they're looking into it. It's probably one of those things where they're either definitely going to do it and they're trying to get feedback, or they are considering it and they want to know how much effort it is versus just maybe buying a platform. Now, NFTs have blown up over the last year. You can see here the number of people looking for NFTs are blowing up. If you don't know what they are, they're non-fungible tokens. They're digital artwork. They are more than that too, but a lot of the time people just think of them as digital artwork, right? Different artists giving you a token version of what they own. So it's like a painting, but it's a digital painting a lot of the time. Now, there are other reasons for it too, whether it is to get into music or tracking and stuff like that. So it's an interesting area to take a look at. Now, Facebook, we know, has some of the top performing apps out there. They have Facebook, Messenger, WhatsApp, Instagram. These were some of the most downloaded apps in the history of the app stores. So these are very popular, and Facebook itself has been acquiring a lot of companies. They are not afraid to acquire companies. Now, they have 78 companies that they've bought over the last 15 years, and they have everything from Instagram to WhatsApp to Oculus. They have been acquiring these companies for billions and billions of dollars. Now, this is going to be an interesting development here because NFTs in general are still kind of spread out. I mean, if you look up the top NFT platforms, a lot of different companies are working on this. But if I go through them, unless you are really knowledgeable in the crypto space or in the NFT space, you probably haven't heard about them, or maybe you have a little bit, but you wouldn't really know how to, you wouldn't be able to name them off the top of your head. So we have OpenSea, Superfarm, Rarible, Eternity or Ethernity. So there are different companies out there working on this. However, I don't think there's one platform that already has a lot of traffic that is now having an NFT platform compared to Facebook, which they could say, hey, use our NFT platform. It's right on this tab on our main screen or something, and have hundreds of millions of people use it just like that. So it is an interesting thing, especially when you consider some of the margins that they could get on this, because of the fact that people are paying a lot of money for this. Some people are paying tens of millions of dollars for different NFT products. Now, I did add more shares of Facebook today, not necessarily on this news, but it did reconfirm with me that I really should build out my Facebook position. Now, we have seen a really good last couple of weeks for Facebook. They had really great earnings, and we'll hit on those in a second, but I was able to pick up some shares today. Now, looking at their income, just look at this over time. It is beautiful, right? It goes from 3 billion up to 94 billion. And we have not had a down year anytime on this list. So we have still growth. This year was a little bit lower. A lot of companies didn't want to have ads or didn't want to spend as much money on ads as in the past, but a lot of companies still are transitioning to Facebook ads. It's amazing because a lot of companies are still using older forms of media. So we are still growing at about 10%, about maybe a little bit more than that every single year. And before that, we were still growing at about 20%. Now, their top line is growing and their bottom line is growing. You can see we are becoming very profitable. Basic earnings per share is around almost $12 per share, putting us at a very nice price to sales ratio when we are just at about $318. Now, their balance sheet is beautiful too, right? You're not just buying a growth company, you're buying one of these major tech companies that has a fantastic balance sheet. Total cash and short-term investments, $64 billion. We have long-term assets of about $163 billion. Current liabilities, total current liabilities, $12.7 billion. Long-term liabilities, about $29.8 billion. So overall, great current ratio. Great current ratio, over 5. Even with the total liabilities, we could easily pay them off and have tens of billions of dollars for acquisitions or just to bolster the balance sheet even more, but we already are very profitable. Now, looking a little bit further into the future, right? We have earnings of about $12 a share here. Estimates are to grow this very consistently over the coming years and to pretty much double them 4 years down the line. So in December of 2025, so I guess 4.5 years down the line, our analysts are expecting to double our earnings per share. Now, I don't think we will necessarily sell at the same multiples unless people finally wrap their head around, hey, Facebook is going to continuously grow as time goes on. Let's say we even come down a little bit. We would still be almost doubling in that time, probably around a $600 billion or $600 share price. Now, that again is assuming we trade at the same price to earnings ratio, but that is if we just hit these numbers and we don't exceed them, which we have exceeded them in the past. Just after the first quarter this year, we beat analysts' expectations by $1 per share in earnings. So we beat by 30 to 40, maybe even, I think it's right around 40%, right? They were expecting just about $2.34, and we got $3.30 in earnings per share. Revenue beat by almost 10%, which is up 47.5% year over year. So overall, with this company, I realize it's not as sexy as some types of companies out there, right? It's not like the growth story that a lot of people are looking for. It's not the sexy stock that's going to double in the next year. Although who knows with Facebook, but I don't expect it to grow and double in the next year. I think it's one that you can look and think, okay, 5 years out, this is going to double, in my mind at least. And of course, there's antitrust, there's all these kinds of issues, there's privacy issues, there's all this kind of stuff that always goes on with Facebook. But if we look at the 1 year, I know we've had better prices in the past, right? We were at $220, and I know a lot of people thought it was expensive at $220. Now we're up 40% on the 1 year. If we look since the pandemic, right, I was able to pick up some shares in the 150s. They've already doubled. And I realize right now you're paying for a business that is almost $1 trillion. But this is, I think, one of the best marketing businesses out there, right along with Google. And they have multiple revenue streams, right? And they have a lot of growth coming with Oculus, with maybe NFT platforms, with Instagram and Facebook still growing. They are in a great position. And I think this is a great company to weight down a portfolio. It's going to give you good returns over time. It's not going to be some 3x stock this year or anything like that, like I said, but it is a very profitable company that will stay profitable in my mind, that you're getting at a decent valuation right now. I know that it's up again, like I said, but they just had a blowout quarter. Everyone else had a blowout quarter. Yeah, if you bought it 2 months ago, you could have gotten it for about $270. But if you're looking for a long-term stock that you don't have to worry about, I think it's a great stock to own. Now, of course, I want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what you think about Facebook. Let me know what you think about the risks and rewards with Facebook. I really appreciate it. Thank you for hitting the like button and for subscribing. Check out that link down below to Webull and to BlockFi to get an interest rate on your cryptocurrency. Make sure you deposit $100 on both of those platforms to get the bonuses that you should be given. Now, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.